Hello everybody, welcome to the next game in the 1969 National League Pennant Chase. We are in Atlanta, hot Atlanta. This game was played September 11th, 1969. So anytime I see that September 11th date, it always is kind of a, not an eerie feeling, but you know, memories do come back of what happened in 2001. But this is the day we play, September 11th. So here we go. It is the Giants and the Braves from Atlanta. Ron Reid on the mound for the Braves. Left-hander Mike McCormick on the mound for the Giants. We have the updated standings as of the last game that was played. And the New York Mets have taken over first place from the Cubs. They swept a doubleheader against Montreal in the last game, or the last day. And the Cubs lost their game. So they have flip-flopped, and the Cubs are half game back in the loss column. Pittsburgh, by beating St. Louis in the previous game, have jumped them. They're now 7.5 back. St. Louis is 8 back. But if they don't close the gap here shortly, I'm just going to minimize that and make these two teams all we care about. In the NL West, San Francisco lost the last game. Cincinnati, Atlanta, and LA all won, so they've got it creeped up a little bit closer. Atlanta is 3.5 back of San Fran, which makes it an important game for Atlanta today. And the next game on the list, I've altered a couple of games. I took out some of the games and reseeded or decided which games to play. So I'm adding New York and Pittsburgh in for the next game on September the 12th, because just the fact that with Pittsburgh creeping up in New York, I thought it was a better game to play than what I had originally scheduled, which I don't even remember what it was. But that's what we're going to have. So today's game, San Francisco and Atlanta. An important game, like I said, for Atlanta. Well, that's important for San Francisco, too, because they're trying to fend off Cincinnati and Atlanta and the Dodgers all at the same time. So let's get the score sheet into play, and we'll get the starting lineups based on the score sheet. Once I get everything in place, I think everything is squared away there. All right, so the San Francisco Giants will lead off with Ken Henderson in left, Ron Hunt at second, Willie Mays in center, Willie McCovey at first, Bobby Bonds in right, Jim Davenport at third, Dick Dietz catching, Hal Lanier at short, and Mike McCormick the pitcher. For the Braves, Felipe Alou is in center, Felix Mians at second, Hank Aaron's in right, Rico Cardi in left, Orlando Cepeda at first, Bob Asparamante at third, Bob Didier catching, Gil Garrido is at short, and Ron Reid on the mound. All right, so we are at Atlanta Stadium. Like I said, it doesn't say Fulton County Stadium, so maybe in '69 it wasn't called that yet. I really don't know. I did not research that to figure it out. It wasn't that important. It's just Atlanta Stadium. As long as the effects are there, that's really all I care about. All right, and Ken Henderson will be stepping into the box against Ron Reid as Reid finishes up those warm-up tosses. Got the dice. I've got the orange for San Francisco and the blue for Atlanta off the D20, and of course the white. You always like to have the white die there, just kind of as a generic placeholder. Okay, everything looks good through the phone. Let me do one quick little. Yep, there we go. I think the focus is okay now. All right, let's sit down and play some ball on this Saturday morning. Got my coffee next to me. Probably will post this on Sunday morning, because I just posted the Nationals game against San Diego this morning. And so I probably don't want to put two videos out in the same day. I don't know, it depends on how long this thing takes to upload. I may upload it tonight. We'll wait and see. But Ron Reid, who was on the '69 season, was 18-10 with a 3.47 ERA. Going to be facing the switch hitter Ken Henderson, batting from the left side. And we're underway. 6-2, that's a strikeout chance. That's a 7. He strikes out as an 11 against a right-hander, but Atlanta takes away 5. So it will not be a strikeout. Remember this from the last game I played in Atlanta, that -5 was really something else. Took away those strikeouts big time. So Henderson gets a swing on the house, literally. 2-4, though, is a Starline 6, which is a fly to center. So even though he didn't strike out, he did make the out. And here's Ron Hunt, who's probably was Don Baylor before Don Baylor, because he's so infamous for being hit by pitches. And he does have a 32 hit by pitch rating. So basically, if there's a hit by pitch chance, he's going to get plunked. He set the major league record for hit by pitches for so long. And I think Don Baylor finally broke that. I'm not sure. But anyway, those are the two most infamous people for being hit by pitches over the years. Here is Reid to Ron Hunt. A couple of Rons at it. Ron versus Ron. 3-3 is a strikeout plus chance. He is a 5. You take away the 5, makes him a 0, but you add the plus, makes it a 10. So the 7 will get him. So it took a plus to get that strikeout. Without the plus, it would not have been a strikeout. And here's Willie Mays. And kind of surprising on this, I guess maybe by 1969 he had lost a step or whatever, because he's only rated as a 2 in center field, which is below average. 3 is average. 2 is slightly below average with a exactly average arm. So maybe the numbers bear that out. Just in my mind, it seems like he should be at least a 3, but the ratings are there for a reason, so I'm not going to question it. Reid, 3-1. That's a home run question mark. Against a right-hander, though, only a 1-2, so Willie Mays cannot go for the home run. But he will get the swing. 4-5, and that's a ground ball to second. Felix Millan has it. Flips to Cepeda, and the inning's over. So 1-2-3 inning go the Giants as they try to keep a hold on first place, but the Braves, the Reds, and the Dodgers are all breathing down their necks. All right, here's the lefty Mike McCormick. He was 11-9 with a 3.34 ERA, facing Felipe Alou, center fielder. 3-6, that is a strikeout chance. Against a lefty, though, only a 3, and then the -5 makes it a -2, so you have to have a strikeout plus to get him. It's not happening. Here's Alou, 4-4, ground ball to second, and one away as Hunt throws to McCovey. Brings up Felix Millan. McCormick, 6-1 is blank on McCormick. We'll go to Millan. 5-1, ground ball to first, and this one McCovey will take it to the bag himself. 2 up and 2 down for Hammer and Hank, who just recently passed away. I know there have been some tribute videos played, board games played, card and dice, whether it be inside pitch or payoff pitch or strat or whatever. This is not that. This just happens to be in the game. So here's Hank Aaron facing McCormick. 4-2. That's a possible error on a grounder. Aaron, 2-6. Going to fly to left, so no error to worry about. Inning's over. So 1-2-3 inning for both pitchers. And the 69 series, for the most part, has been a pitching duel, although 68 was the year of the pitcher. 69, they started getting more offense, but still, compared to today, it's still a little light on the offense, where the pitcher still had pretty good hold. Here's Stretch, Willie McCovey. 3-3, strikeout chance against a righty, strikeout plus chance actually, but he's a lefty, so no worries there. Go to McCovey, he gets the swing away, 5-3, but he will ground it to short, and that's put away over there by Garrido. 1 down for Bobby Bonds. 2-3, and that's a single if he's tired, but Reid is not tired. Go to Bonds, 5-5, fly to center. 2 down. Brings up Jim Davenport, the third baseman. 3-2, and that's a range play at Atlanta Stadium. 2-1 is a ground ball to first. We're checking the range of the first baseman, Cepeda, who is a 4. So Cepeda is a 4 for his range, and he gets to it. So he fields it, flips to Reid covering, and the inning is over. Again, 1-2-3 they go. So we go to the bottom of the second, no score. Brings up Rico Carty. He's in there for his offense. He hit .342, not for his defense. He's a 1 and a 14 with a +2 arm. So about as bad as you're going to get. The only thing would be worse if he was a 20. That would be the ultimate bad card, but it's still pretty bad. Probably if the Braves are ahead late in the game, I'm sure I'm going to have to put a defensive replacement in, as I'm sure the Atlanta manager probably did many times. 6-2, range play at Atlanta Stadium. Going back there, 4-5. 4-5 is a single past second, but the range of the second baseman, Hunt, is a 3. Can he get to it? He does, so Hunt takes the hit away. Carty was hunting for a hit, but could not get it. That'll bring up the first baseman, Orlando Cepeda. 3-4. 3-4 is a walk plus chance. He walks against a lefty at a 9. Stadium takes away 2, makes him a 7, but the walk plus makes him a 17, which the 10 will fall under. So it will be a 1-out walk. So you almost have to have a plus on the walk and the strikeout to get somebody in this game, but the ballpark effects the way they are. He's a 2, -1 for a potential jump, but nothing's happening. That'll bring up Bob Asparamante, the third baseman. He's not very good as a fielder, 1-19. That's about as bad as you're going to get. Primarily an outfielder, I think. Actually, he wasn't a very good fielder at any position, so he was in there for his offense, although he didn't really hit all that well, so I'm not sure what his deal was, but they put him in there. 3-5. I think Clyde King was the manager. I'm not sure if in the 69 Braves. That name sounds familiar for some reason, but maybe he had him in there for a reason. I don't know. 3-5 is blank, and it may not be Clyde King. I may be thinking of somebody else. Here's Asparamante, 6-6, ground ball to first. Could be a double play. He is a 2. They are playing halfway, makes it a 3. McCormick adds 1, makes it a 4. The pivot is the shortstop, and that is Garrido, but he takes away 1. So it's going to drop back down to a 3. 1-3 is a double play. It's a 3. He gets him, 3-6-3. So the Giants turn it, and Asparamante hits into the twin killing. So we go to the third, no score from Atlanta. I wish it was hot Atlanta, because here in Virginia it is not hot. It was down to 18 degrees tonight, or this morning, I should say. And they're calling tomorrow for 2 to 4 inches of snow with some ice associated with it. So probably not getting hit as hard as the Northeast is, but still, for this area, that's pretty severe. All right, here is Dick Dietz. 2-4. That is a possible error. So go to Dick Dietz. That's a 4-1. That's a ground ball to short. That's a 1. So definitely going to be an error on Garrido. He's only a 7, or he's up to a 7. So that will be an error. E6. E6 on Garrido. First error of the game by the Braves. Dietz is aboard. He has no attempt, and there's no reasonable strategy roll because there's no pickoff chances. Hal Lanier is up. 6-3, strikeout chance. 15 is way too high for that. Lanier, 3-1. He's going to fly to left. 1 away, and that brings up the pitcher, McCormick. And McCormick is a decent bunter. He is a 4. But there is already 1 out. Do you have him bunt anyway? I think you kind of have to. He becomes a 3 because the Braves have the infield pulled in at the corners. So we'll see what happens on that bunt. 3-1. That's going to definitely be a good bunt. 3-1 will definitely take care of that. The 4 is the first baseman. So it's a bunt, sacrifice hit, and the first baseman, Cepeda, will just tag McCormick, an unassisted sacrifice, and Dietz will go to second base. So Dietz is now in scoring position with 2 down for Ken Henderson. Reid, 3-2, range play at Atlanta Stadium. 3-6. That is a ground ball to third. We're checking the range of the third baseman. Asparamante is only a 1. That's, well, again, bad fielding. Can't get to it. Will it be a single or a double? It is a single. So the single, let's see if the run can score. Single on the ground out to third was S5. You need a 5 to score from second base. Dick Dietz runs at a 2, so he cannot score. It's just going to load the bases. Oh, I'm sorry, not load the bases. Put runners at the corners, rather. So runners are at the corners with 2 down, and I'll leave Henderson there. He does have an attempt of 2, so they might try something here. See if he can get a jump. He does. It's a 1, so he's going to try to steal. He's a 12. Reid adds 2, makes him a 14. Didier adds 1, makes him a 15. So 1-15, Ken Henderson steals and gets into scoring position. 18, he's thrown out. How do you like that? Boy, taking a chance, and it cost him. As Mian put on the tag, and that's it for the Giants. Had a chance to drive in a run from third, but they decided to try for the steal. The odds were with them, but the D20 did not cooperate. Sometimes you got to take chances, and it didn't work out. If he steals successfully, Ron Hunt gets a base hit. There's 2 runs on the board. So you weigh the pros and cons and just try it out. Here's Didier leading off for the Braves, 6-4. And McCormick has a split chance on this 6-4 result against a switch hitter. Didier batting right. It's a home run check, straight up. His home run, though, is a 0, so cannot get a home run. Go to Didier to finish out 3-5. He's going to ground it back to McCormick for out number 1. So 1 down for Gil Garrido. 3-5, that is a blank. Go to Garrido. 2-1, fly to right field, 2 down. 2 down, and that brings up Ron Reid. And if I haven't done it before, I want to thank RJL518. He has kind of been my rules mentor and keeping me straight on this game, and I've learned some of the finer points of the rules. I knew the rules mostly, but some of the newer rules that came out with the amendments and some of the base running things that were a little bit complicated, just by watching him and interacting with him, I've learned the finer points on that. So I think I've got it down pretty good now. So I do want to thank him for giving me those tips and keeping me straight. And when I ask him for a rules question, he's very open to give me his either definitive rule on it or his take on it. So, and also, possible homebrew as far as running, runners safe and things like that, holding runners from being thrown out when they don't have to be. All right, here's McCormick to Reid, 3-4. That is a walk plus. He's a 3 minus the 1, or minus the 2 rather, gives him a 1. Your plus makes it 11, but that's an 18. So no walk. Will not walk Ron Reid. Ron Reid, 5-4, though, will get a base hit. So how about that? Ron Reid gets the first hit for Atlanta from the pitcher position. How do you like that? The first hit out of the 9 batters goes to Ron Reid. All right, strategy roll because there's a chance for a balk or a pickoff, and nothing's happening. Here's a loop. 1-1 is an automatic star line. So let's see what the star line is. It's a 4, ground ball to third, and that's going to end the inning. So nothing doing there for the Braves, who played 3 complete with no score here in Atlanta. And Ron Hunt back out. He was at the plate when Henderson was caught stealing. Reid, 6-1 range play. Hunt, 2-3. That's a single pass short. The shortstop Garrido is a 2. He can stop it if he gets a 1 or a 2. He does not. It's a base hit. Leadoff single. Leadoff single for Ron Hunt. His attempt is a 1. Nothing's happening. Infield halfway for Willie Mays. 5-1, strikeout chance. He's a 9, but that -5 cuts it to a 4, so definitely no strikeout. Willie Mays, 6-3, star line 5. It's a fly to left. 1 away as it's put away out there by Carty. That brings up stretch, Willie McCovey. 6-5 is a blank on Reid. Go to McCovey, 2-4. Ground ball back to the pitcher. And when you ground it to the pitcher, you add 1 to the double play rating. So it's a 2, but it comes a 3 because you're adding 1. And they're also at double play depth, so that's going to make that actually a 4. And the pivot will be with a lefty batter. The pivot is going to be the shortstop, Garrido, who is a -1. So that drops it back to a 3. So 1 to 3, it's a double play. It is a 2. It's a double play. 1-6-3. And that's going to take care of the Giants here in the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still no score. Tell you what, if you like offense, you're better off to watch the Washington Nationals replay. And if you like good pitching, you're better off to watch the 69 replay. Unless Mad Max is pitching, then you get some good pitching. But if you're Strasburger in there, I have a chance. But a lot of those other games are very high scoring, whereas these are typically low scoring. Here's Felix Millan. 3-5, that's a blank. We move on to Millan. 1-5, ground ball to short. Easy play for Hal Lanier. 1 down. Brings up Hammer and Hank. 6-5, blank on Hank. 6-4 would have been a home run check, so McCormick just missed that one. 3-1's a fly to center. So got up under it, and one Hall of Famer, arguably the 2 of the best players of all time, just interacted on that play. Hank Aaron flying to Willie Mays. Arguably in the modern era, in at least last 50 or 60 years, arguably the 2 best players in the game. I mean, you could throw Mickey Mantle in there, and if you go way back, Babe Ruth, of course, but hard to argue with those 2. Here's McCormick, 5-3 is a range play to Rico Carty. Rico Carty, 5-3 again. Ground ball to second. We're doing the range of Ron Hunt. He's a 3. 3 or less, Hunt gets to it. And he does, so Hunt makes the play. And that's the second time Carty is grounded to Hunt. I think that's a second range play as well, if I'm not mistaken. May very well have been. Don't remember. But either way, he's out of there, and we go to the 5th with no score. And Bobby Bonds steps up for the Giants. Bobby Bonds walked his first, he flew to center his first time up. 2-3. Single if he's tired, but he's not tired. So to Bonds, 4-2. Fly to left. 1 away. So Ron Reid and Mike McCormick matching zeros. Davenport, 5-5. Strikeout chance, 14 is way too high for that. 3-4. That's a ground ball back to Reid. 2 down now, rather. For Dick Dietz, the catcher. And Atlanta won this game in real life 5-3. Don't know if we'll hit 8 runs in this game or not, the way it's going. 1-6 is a strikeout. Now, this is one of the rare times you do get the strikeout because you got the 1 here, and he's an 11, so even the -5 won't help him. It's a strikeout to end the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 5th, no score from Hot Atlanta. And that brings up Orlando Cepeda. McCormick delivers to Cepeda, 5-5. He's not tired, so there's no single. Cepeda, 2-2. That's a single, though. Single to left field. Hit number 2 for the Braves. He's an attempt of 2, -1 from McCormick, makes it a 1. And nothing's happening. Infield will be at halfway for Asparamante, who hit into a double play his first time up, so they're going to try to see if they can repeat history. 2-3 is a wild pitch chance. That's an 11. That will be a wild pitch, and that will take the double play out of the equation, unless there's a line drive. So the wild pitch moves the runner up. Nothing on the strat roll this time. 3-1 is a strikeout chance. That's a 2, but Asparante's a 6 minus the 5 drops him to a 1. Boy, it's just hard to strike out these guys at Atlanta because that -5 kills a lot of it. So Asparamante gets a swing on the house. 2-4. 2-4 against a left-hander is a ground ball to third. Against a right-hander would have been a single, but that's a ground ball to third. Cepeda would have to have a 6 base running rating to advance, so he will stay put. And there's 1 away for Didier. In fact, I may go back to doing 1 at a time. Things are sticking together. All right, so Didier is up. Roll for the strat again. Nothing happening. 4-6. That's a strikeout chance. But again, even though he's a 9, that -5 kills it to a 4. So without the -5, it would have been a strikeout. But Stadium prevents it. 3-3, though, is a star line 1, which is a fly to left for out number 2, and there's no chance to advance to third. So that brings up Garrido. Now, the pitcher is on deck next, but Ron Reid actually got a hit last time, so I think they're going to go ahead and pitch to Garrido. Nothing on the strategy roll, even though first base is open. 1-4, potential error on a throw. Garrido, 6-3, question mark 9. And against the lefty, anything up to a 12 would be a hit. That's an 8. So that's a double for Gil Garrido. How about that? A double by Gil Garrido. There is no throw because the runner on second will score automatically. So no throw is required to check for an error. But little Gil Garrido, a 220 hitter, found the question mark 9 and found the 8 to go here to make that a double. And maybe they should have walked Garrido and pitched to Reid. But hindsight, you know what that hindsight always is. All right, so McCormick kicking the dirt now because of that one. He's going to look to get out of it to get Reid out. 3-5 is a blank. Go to Ron Reid, 1-3, question mark 9, but that's a 19, way out of range. That's going to be a fly to right. And the inning's over, but the Braves break through with a run on the Gil Garrido double. And at the end of 5, it's Atlanta 1, San Francisco nothing. Ron Reid, with that lead to protect, will be facing Hal Lanier. Then McCormick. Too early to pinch hit for McCormick. 3-4 is a potential walk. He walks at a 5. Stadium drops 2, makes it a 3, so 15, way out of range for that. Lanier will swing, 3-4. 3-4 is against a right-hander is a ground ball to first. It would have been a single against a lefty. but did not work out. And now Ron Bryant, I'm sorry, not Ron Bryant, Mike McCormick. Ron Bryant's another lefty for the Giants, but it's McCormick who will hit. 1-2 is the ballpark card. We're going to Atlanta Stadium. 5-2, that's a star line 5, which is a fly to left. 2 down for the top of the order, and Ken Henderson. He did single his last time up, but was caught stealing. 6-3, strikeout chance 20, way too high for that. Henderson, 3-3, he's going to fly to left instead, and the inning's over. So Ron Reid, 6 shutout frames against the Giants, trying to bring the Braves back. If the Braves win this game, they will cut the margin in the division against the Giants down to 2.5 games. So the Giants definitely hearing footsteps. Here is Felipe Alou. He is 0 for 2, grounded to second and grounded to third. 1-1 is an automatic star line. And it will be a ground ball to third. So another ground ball for Alou. 1 away for Felix Millan, second baseman. He's grounded out twice. 1-5, another star line. He's found both the star lines. And that's a 3. It's a fly to right. 2 down. For Hammer and Hank. And that's when you want to face Hank with 2 outs and the bases clear. Although Hank Aaron is 0 for 2, 2 flyouts. 6-5 is blank. Again, that's the second time we rolled 6-5 because we missed that 6-4 home run by 1 number. See what Hank Aaron can do. 2-2, he flies to center, just like he did last time. That's pretty much a duplicate roll because we had that 6-5 again and a fly to center. Came up both times. So that's it for the Braves. We go to the 7th in this fast-moving game, which I like fast-moving games. And I like pitchers' duels, so this is right down my alley. Ron Hunt steps up here in the top of the 7th. Reid can face 29 batters. So far, he has faced 19, so he's definitely good to go. 6-1, range play. 6-5, ground ball to third. That's tough because Asparamante a 1. Can he get to it? He cannot. Is it a double? It is not. It's just a single. But Ron Hunt, another base hit. Leadoff single. He's aboard. He's got an attempt of 1. But nothing's happening. Brings up Willie Mays. Say hey. Reid to Mays. 6-4, blank. We go to Mays. 6-3, star line 5. That's a fly to left. 1 away. Brings up stretch. Willie McCovey. No strategy roll because there's no pickoff chances. 1-6 is a strikeout, and that's a 1. He'll get him. So with that being a 1 there, the 6 minus the 5 is a 1. So that's the only way they were going to strike McCovey out was to roll a 1, and they did it. So 2 down for Bobby Bonds. Bonds is 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts. 1-1, strikeout chance 17, too much. 1-2 is a star line 2, which is a grounder to short. And the inning's over. So we go to the 7th inning stretch. 1-0. And as I look up at the phone, that's only 28 minutes to get to the 7th inning stretch. And that was with a little, with player introductions and so forth. So very fast moving game. McCormick can face 27 batters. Right now he has faced 21. So he's still good to go for 1 more inning at least. He is scheduled to bat 4th in the 8th inning. So if he gets to them, they will certainly pinch hit. So he's trying to keep the Braves right where they are. 1-3 split chance against a righty is a walk opportunity, but 15 is too much. 16 is there, but that -2 takes it away. Carty gets a swing on the house. 2-4. Starline 2 is a fly to center. 1 down. And that will bring up Cepeda. He has scored the only run of the game. Single, a wild pitch, and a double by Garrido. Only run produced. 5-1 is a walk chance. He walks at a 9. -2 is a 7, but that's a 5, so he will draw the base on balls. Second walk issued to Cepeda. He's reached base all 3 times. He's got an attempt of 2. -1 from McCormick is a 1, and nothing's happening. Infield halfway for Asparamante. He's already hitting the 1 double play. Giants would like him to do it again. 4-1 is a walk chance, though. He's going to draw a base on balls, so McCormick, a little uncharacteristically being wild. First and second. 1 down for Didier, the switch hitter. Batting right-handed. Rolled strat. Nothing happening. 3-4. 3-4 is another walk plus. That will be another base on. So he has walked the bases loaded, basically. How do you like that? Going along fine. All of a sudden he walks the bases loaded. Now you got Gil Garrido, who just doubled off of him. And now if you're the Giants, what do you do with McCormick? He's walked 3 in a row. He's faced 25 batters, so he's not tired yet. But man, can you sit there and watch a guy walk the bases loaded? That's kind of rough. Let's look at their bullpen, see who they got in there, who they might want to go to. Actually, their bullpen is not very good, to be honest with you. Boy, do you go to the righty on this one? I think we're going to pull McCormick. We're going to pull McCormick because he walked 3 in a row. And we're going to move over to Ron Herbal. And I think there might even be a double switch so that we can keep Herbal in the game if he's effective. So let's see who they want to take out. Last out was made by Bonds. You're certainly not taking him out. Boy, it's going to be tough to double switch on any of these guys because they're all pretty good unless you take out Ron Hunt. But he's got 2 hits already. So I think we're not going to double switch. We're just going to stick with who we got. And that is Herbal. The bases are loaded. Bases are loaded with 1 out. And the Giants will bring the infield in. They need to cut that runoff at the plate. They can get a double play home to first if possible. Since he has a balk rating, we'll roll for the strat, but there's no 20, so nothing to worry about. Infield in, which means the range of the infielders is dropped by 2 if there's a range play. 3-2 is a blank, so we go to Garrido. There will be no range play. 1-6 is a ground ball to third. So a chance for a double play. That's a 2. They were in. So when you bring the infield in, let's see here. The infield in, the double play rating that's kind of weird. There's no change in the double play rating. That's very strange that there's no change in the double play rating. Very, very strange. I thought there would be, but there's not. Okay. So let's factor it out again. He's a 2. Bryant adds 1, makes him a 3. Now, if they're in halfway, you get +1. So I would assume if they're in, you should get you should get the +1 at least, if not the. No, but apparently you do not. According to this, you do not. Now the base runner on third does lose 2 on his base running, but that may not matter. 2 and a 1 is a 3, so there is no pivot to worry about because we're trying to go home with it. So a 3 or less, it'll be a double play. It's a 6. So that means the runners are going to, even though the infield is in, that doesn't even make any sense though. But maybe that's just the quirky way it is. It's a 6. So the run rating, I mean, the 6 says runner advance. I mean, that's just the way it is. So it's going to be a 5-3 ground out with the runners advancing. I don't know any other way to play it. When you roll a 6 like that, that's automatic runner advance in my book. I don't know any other provision to make it anything differently than that. So the run will score. That run is charged to McCormick. 2 down now, but it's 2-0 Braves. Ron Reid, the batter, with runners at second and third since the only play was at first base. Roll to make sure there's no balk, and there is not. So Herbal to Reid. Herbal a 6-3 strikeout chance, and Reid is gone to end the inning. But the Braves tack on an insurance run, and we'll close the book on McCormick. 2 runs allowed, both earned in 6 1/3 inning. So the Braves now take a 2-0 lead into the top of the 8th. And if I did play that incorrectly, somebody please let me know, particularly RJL, if you're watching this later. Please let me know if I did that infield in, ground ball double play with the rolling of a 6 as the only play being at first base. That's the way I'm reading it. So, I mean, logically it doesn't sound right because if you're in, it looks like to me you'd be going right to the plate. But, I don't know. Maybe the guy on third got a great jump, and by the time he got a hold of the ball, his only play was the first, and you want to get the shore out. I don't know. Again, that's Something for debate, I suppose. All right, Jim Davenport is up. It's Davenport, Dietz, and Lanier. And if anybody gets on a pinch hitter, Reid can face 29. He's only faced 24, so he's still good to go. Reid, 1-2 is the ballpark card going to Atlanta Stadium. 1-3, that is a fly to center. One away. Davenport is retired for Dick Dietz. 6-5 is a blank. We'll go to Dietz. 4-5. 4-5 is a Starline 4, which is a ground ball to third. So Asparamante makes the play. 2 down for Hal Lanier. 6-1 range play. 5-3 question mark 8. And the 19 means that it would not be an out if the range is successful. So we check this question mark 8 against this number. Only goes to 11, but the 19 is too high for that. So it's turned into an F8 range play is what we got now is an F8 range play. The range of the center fielder, Alou, is a 2. So it has to be a 2 for him to get to this, or it could be extra bases. It's not. Is it a double? It is. It's a double. 2-out double for Hal Lanier. And now we'll get the pinch hitter for Herbal. Herbal goes 2/3 of an inning, and he will be replaced for a pinch hitter. Let's look and see who the Giants have on the bench that they could bring in. Do they have any lefties? They've got Bob Berta, but he's not all that great. 230 hitter. Oh, they're going to bring in Tito Fuentes. He's a switch hitter, and he's hitting 295. So Tito Fuentes, they don't need a home run. They need a base hit to get a run across the board. So Tito Fuentes, I mean, they could use the home run, obviously, but at a minimum, they want a base hit with this 2 outs to get that run across. So Lanier is at second base, and we'll get a new pitcher for the Giants in the bottom of the 8th. Not sure who that is going to be yet. We'll wait and see. But right now it's Tito Fuentes, Ron Reid. This is batter 27, so Reid is still good. No strat roll because he has no pickoff chance. Tito Fuentes, 4-3 is a strikeout chance, but 13's too much. Go to Fuentes, 6-1, ground ball to first, and that's going to end the inning as Cepeda steps on the bag himself. Nothing doing. The 2-out double goes for naught. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and we will need a new pitcher for the Giants. Top of the order for the Braves is up Felipe Alou. So we got righty, righty, righty. So they're going to turn to a right-hander, you would assume. And it's going to be, boy, who do they want to go to? We go to Frank Lindsey. He was 14-9 with 11 saves and a 3.65 ERA. So Frank Lindsey is on to try to keep it a 1-run or a 2-run game, rather. Frank Lindsey to Felipe Alou. 4-3. That's a wild pitch, which is basically no play. Lindsey, 4-6 is a range play. We go to Alou's card for the range play. 5-4. That's a single to right field. Range of Bobby Bonds is a 3. Can he prevent that hit? He cannot. It's a base hit. So base hit to right field for Felipe Alou as he gets that single. Don't check for double because it was already a single. So you don't up that because of the field range. You only do that when it's a fly to right. All right, so let's see. 1 attempt rating, but -1 from Lindsey, so it takes a strategy roll away, and he has no pickoff. So just straight roll to Mian. Infield halfway. 3-2, nothing happening. We go to Mian. 4-4 on Mian. It's a ground ball to short, possible double play. He's a 2. They're playing halfway. It makes him a 3. Nothing there. The pivot hunt is a 0. So it's a 1-3 for a double play, and they do not turn it. So 4. Felipe Alou is only a 3 base runner, so 4 will be the force play. 6-4, fielder's choice. 1 away, and Mian's the new runner at first. He has an attempt of 1, and nothing's happening. We're not bunting with Hank Aaron, so forget that. Hank Aaron is up, 5-6, potential walk, 15. Too much. Not going to be a walk. Hank Aaron, 3-4, will be a single past the shortstop. Let's see, S6 to get to third, you need a 5 base running rating Mian runs at a 4, so he will not get there. He has to stop at second base. If there were 2 outs, he would have made it, but not this way. So that brings up Rico Carty. No, nothing on the strat roll. 2-6, blank. So we go to Rico Carty. 1-2, fly to left, 2 down. Brings up Cepeda. 3-3, possible error on a throw. Cepeda, 3-1 is a fly to left, no throw, no error. Innings over. So that's going to do it for the Braves here in the bottom of the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th, last chance for the Giants. We'll check on the status of Reid, who's pitching a shutout right now, and see what he's got left on in the tank. He can face 29 batters. He's faced 27. So they will keep him in there. And the way they've had in this replay, the Braves bullpen has imploded every time I've used them. We will shakily have Cecil Upshaw in the bullpen loosening just in case. But we're going to start with Reid and see if he can finish what he started. Like I said, he can face 29. He's faced 27. So potentially he would only be tired for 1 batter. So here's Ken Henderson. He's 1 for 3 in the game, a single and a caught stealing. 2-0 Braves, top of the 9th. 6-1 range play. We go to range play for Atlanta. That's a leaner, so we're going to re-roll that. That orange die was catty corner. So re-roll this range play. 2-6. Star line 2, ground ball to short. The range of Garrido is a 2. Can Garrido get to it? He cannot. It's a base hit. Leadoff single in the failed range play. Oh, and actually I meant to bring in defensive replacements, especially for Rico Carty. So let's bring in a new left fielder, Mike Lum. So Mike Lum will be coming on to play left field. The range check made me think of that. So Lum, instead of being a 1 and a 14, Lum is a 5 and a 6. And instead of being a +2 arm, he's a -1 arm. So that's a kind of a no-brainer there. Now for Asparamante at third, I'm not sure we can do a whole lot with that. See who they have that could play third base. Let's see, Cleet Boyer. They're going to bring in Cleet Boyer. So Cleet Boyer is going to come in defensively for Asparamante. I just think the manager may do this with with a slim lead like this. You're going to bring in your better defensive players, especially for such an important game. You don't want this to get away from you because of bad range. So by doing that, Cleet Boyer takes over for Asparamante. And if it goes to a bottom of the 9th, Cleet Boyer is actually going to be the leadoff hitter. Let's see. Everybody else, I think, is status quo. I don't think we're going to get too much better than that. So we'll leave everybody else as they are. But Henderson does reach. He's got an attempt of 2. Now, he was caught stealing already. I'm not going to even roll for a steal because you're down by 2. His run really doesn't mean anything. You need that second run. You need base runners. So whether he's at first or second, it's pretty irrelevant at this point in the game. So you really need the guys on base that can score. And you don't want to get guys thrown out trying to steal. I mean, it would be a good attempt. He would have a 12, +2 is a 14. So he would have a 15. That's what he had last time, rolled at 18. So I'm not falling for that again. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on... Or fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So I'm not going to go there. But Ron Hunt is the batter. And this is batter number 28 for Reid. I'm sorry, number 29. So this is his last batter to face without being tired. And Cecil Upshaw continuing to loosen in the bullpen. Infield is halfway. 1-5, double question mark against the right-hander. 1-9, that's a 7. It is a star line for Reid. Let's see what the star line is. It's a 1, ground ball to second, could be a double play. Second baseman. Let's see, in the pivot, Garrido is a -1 though, so a 1 here. They were playing halfway, makes them a 2, but then the -1 makes them a 1. So this has to be a 1 for a double play. And it is. You believe that? They turned the double play. Unbelievable that they could do that on such shoddy fielding, but 4-6-3, they turn it. Unbelievable, and Reid is very happy about that. Now he's got a chance to get the complete game and bring the Braves a little bit closer to the Giants in the NL West. Last chance is Willie Mays. 2-6, strikeout chance, and he struck him out. A 1 on the last play on a strikeout chance. Gets him, he's a 9, -5 is a 4, but that 1 fits. And Willie Mays goes down swinging to end the ball game 2-0 favor of the Braves. Huge win for the Atlanta Braves. They have cut into that margin on the Giants. Ron Reid, the definitive player of the game for his outing, as they win it 2-0. Do the totals, and then we'll go to the ticker once I get the totals done. And get some of these cards out of the way. And the dice tray out of the way. Don't need that. I will need the fast action cards for the ticker, so I'll bring those out. And let's look at some of the totals in the game. See what Ron Reid was able to accomplish here. How many hits did he give up? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got him for 5 hits, so he pitched a 5-hit shutout. And Atlanta with 2 runs, and let's see how many hits they got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5. So both teams with 5 hits. Atlanta gets the 2 runs, and a lot of that later in the 7th inning was because of 3 straight walks by McCormick. Gave him that extra run. So Braves win it 2-0 here in a pitching duel in Atlanta, and they will cut that lead. Cut into that Giants lead. And as we shuffle this and get ready for the ticker, we'll see what the Reds, who have a definite interest in this game, and the Dodgers have done, or will do in the ticker. So we're shuffling this. We're going to flip it over and cut them. And let's move this out of the way and bring the ticker in. And the standings. So the ticker is now going to be updated with this 2-0 victory by Atlanta. First game on the docket, Cincinnati and San Diego. Cincinnati, of course, very appreciative of Atlanta winning. That drops them or pushes them to a game back now. And if they beat San Diego, they'll pull to within a half a game. San Diego needs a 2-5 to win. That's a 6, so it's an 8-5 win for the Reds. They now pull to within 1/2 of a game, as they improved to 79 and 61. And San Francisco is 82 and 62, 81 and 62. So actually Cincinnati's ahead in the loss column, behind in the win column. But the loss column is really where it's at, because you got to play those games and make them up. Now here's LA and Houston. LA is now 4 games back. They can be 3.5 if they win. So they need a 4-7 or a 12. They get a 6, that does it. 6-1 victory over the Houston Astros. And the way I'm getting that score, since this is 1-1, I'm just adding the 5 from this number to the winning number to make it 6-1. So LA now drops or pulls to within 3.5 of the Giants, as they now improve to 78 and 66. So they are 3.5 out. And Atlanta, with the win, improves to 2.5 out as they go to 78 and 64. So definitely everybody made up ground in the West on the Giants. The last 2 days, they made up 2 games. So it's really tightening things up. We got 4 teams within 3.5 games of the lead. Shifting to the NL East, Pittsburgh, St. Louis, they're the 3rd and 4th place teams trying to jockey for position. Can St. Louis rebound from their loss to Pittsburgh last time? A 2-7 and a 12 will do it. That's an 11. Will not do it. Pittsburgh gets the win again, 4-2. And so I may end up dropping the Cardinals off of this completely, as they are now 77 and 65. They're now 8.5 games out, depending on what the Mets do. Pittsburgh, with the win, improves to 77 and 62. They are now 7 games out, depending on what the Mets do. Chicago and Philadelphia, 3-8 for Chicago. That's a 6. Chicago wins it 8-3. And they improve to 86 and 57. And are in a tie right now with the Mets, depending on what the Mets do with the Montreal Expos. See what the Mets can do. Montreal needs a 2-4 or an 11 to win. That's an 8, so that belongs to the Mets, 4-3. So all the top teams pretty much keep winning. Mets are now 86 and 56. So the Cardinals now drop to 9 games back. And I think I'm going to take them off of the leaderboard going forward, because now they're 9 games back. Probably should take Pittsburgh off too, because they're 7.5 back. Might leave Pittsburgh on there, but I think St. Louis now being 9 back, it's time to take them off the list. But in the West, definitely definitely tightening here in the West. A half game, 2.5 games, and 3.5 games back, respectively. Next game on the docket is going to be the Mets and the Pirates. The Pirates have a chance. They're 7.5 back. They can pull to within 6.5 back when they play the Mets. It'll be Jerry Koosman against Bob Moose in that one. And then the game after that, Cincinnati's in San Francisco. So Maloney against Marshall. Could be a tight one there as well. But New York and Pittsburgh from Forbes Field will be the next game on the docket as the Mets try to keep pace and stay ahead of the Chicago Cubs. Chicago Cubs will be playing the St. Louis Cardinals. So Cardinals might give them a little bit better fight than the Phillies are doing right now. So it's possible the Cubs might have some trouble winning a game or two on that. We'll see. But that's the ticker for today's game, and these are the updated standings after today's play as we head into September the 12th and move our way through the pennant race in the National League for both the East and West Division. So I hope you enjoyed that presentation of the 1969 inside pitch pennant race, National League style. And also hope you enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it. And as usual, I will see you all down the road.